Here's two things that'll change your entire wrestling career. Number one, some of us struggle with commitment and sticking to it and, maybe even just discipline. Work your training schedule around your life. Don't transfer your life and manipulate your life around your training schedule, if at all possible. Obviously, if you are going to go to, our performance center and do the strength training, classes are set, so you have to do that. But a lot of your training can be on your own, obviously, right? So if you're a high school wrestler and you might say, okay, the football team gets the weight room for the first hour after school. Well, that hour is a time when you can get all your homework done. So you go right to the library and you knock out your homework. Or you get on the wrestling mat and you say, okay, or maybe you lift 4 days a week. 2 days a week you do your homework, and then 2 days a week you wrestle before the weight room opens. You're already there, okay? Some of your parents might exercise while your sister is at gymnastics class, or while you're at baseball practice, right? When you're a little kid, they walk the track. I mean, you get the idea. You add these training opportunities in. So maybe Sunday, the family leaves for church at 11. So Sunday morning is every Sunday, you're going to do your hill sprints and your deadlifts. Okay, every Sunday. So that's number one. Work your training into your current life and your current daily schedule. Don't just say, oh, sometime on Sunday I have to do my hill sprints and deadlift. No, you have a set schedule and it's already built in. Okay, so that's number one. Number two would be, it's called the aggregation of marginal gains. If you train, just in our academy, our practices are 2.5 hours. Once a week, you say, oh, once a week isn't going to do anything. It's over 670 matches of live wrestling. Once a week doesn't feel like it's doing anything, and that's the reason some of you quit. It's over 670 matches worth of live wrestling. Secondly, it's 60 hours of drill time. So understand that it doesn't take much. So let's say, get back to the weightlifting standpoint. If you have a 4-hour weightlifting program, it's hard to stick to that. And then you say, I'm going to do 2 chest exercises, 2 shoulders, 2 back, 2 leg exercises, maybe one bicep, 1 tricep, 1 calf exercise. And I'm going to divide that weightlifting program up 3 times a week. And you're like, man, it would be best if I did 7 chest exercises. You're not a bodybuilder. You still have to practice wrestling, okay? So no, you don't want to do that. But now by having a lifting program that you can get done in 35 minutes, if you bust your butt and you have a stopwatch and you only take 90-second rests in between sets, and you're diligent and you don't get distracted, and you have your AirPods in and you're in the weight room after high school, and you don't let anybody talk to you, and they go, no, don't talk to Nick when he's in the weight room. The dude's freaking nuts. He doesn't like to be messed with. You want that reputation. Now guess what? You're going to stick to that, and you're going to say, man, I've been lifting weights for 5 years straight. College wrestling scholarship, okay? These kids who they get their face ripped off in wrestling. They go, I need to get stronger. Then they get some big stupid weightlifting plan that's 4 hours long. And I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And no, that's stupid. You should sleep in when you can. You're a kid. I could squeeze this 45 minutes in 3 times a week at the high school while the football team is occupying the weight room. I'm there anyway. Instead of hanging out in the hallways and scrolling on your phone, why don't you just go jump in the weight room? See? So schedule your training in your current life schedule as much as you can. Stick to it. And there's something called underachieve your way to the top. You're underachieving because you don't have to run hill sprints for 5 hours. You just do, 6 or 8. You do stance and motion after every practice. You do a stopwatch for 7 minutes, and you do stance and motion after every practice for 7 minutes straight. Is that going to make a difference? Yeah, you practice 3 times a week. That's about 20 minutes a week. And that's an hour and 20 minutes a month. You do that for 4 or 5 years. Heck, you do that for a month. You do that for 2 months. You will move on the wrestling mat better than anybody in America. It's only 7 minutes, right? It's only 35 minutes of lifting 3 days a week, but you do it for 2, 3, 4, 5 years straight, right? It's only 1 academy practice a week. Now, you older guys and girls, you should be on the mat 3 times a week, pretty much year round. Build in some 5, 6 days off where you don't do anything, hit it hard again, right? Because we learn to rest and not quit. But even if you're only training once a week on the weight room, maybe you're in football, once a week is going to help tremendously. It's, almost 60 hours of drilling and over 670 matches of live. So the aggregation of marginal gains, don't forget how important that is. Good luck. Come check us out, perlawrestling.com. We have online training academy. You should put perlawrestling.com on your phone right now. Just type it in Safari or Google, whatever you use, pull it up and save it to the home screen. And every time you think about wrestling, look at our page, see what we have going. Our email address is there. Or if you just don't want to scroll around our website, I don't like doing that stuff either. Dude, just hit email, right? Just save mine right now. Open your contacts and put Nick Perler in there. And Nick@perlerwrestling.com. Nick@perlerwrestling.com. Chad handles all the emails. Just emails. Hey, what training opportunities do you have coming up? Boom. Now you're staying in touch. But thanks for following us. Hopefully this helps you guys.